next upcoming round, please prepare for nominations now.
6-0, that's all I gotta say.
Allie, I hope you don't take this personally, but I had to do what I had to do. You were gonna put me up for elimination, so girl, like, I'm not gonna risk that. You gotta go, come on. Okay.
I just had to vote to evict Allie, and she was one of my alliances because I'm having to put my faith all into the boys at this point. And I'm hoping that this does not bite me in the ass in the end. But if it does, oh well, but I hope it doesn't.
Allie, you just got slayed. Slayed. I love you, but this is a game, so I'm sorry. It's so fun. I'm excited because now it's a little bit more balanced now that Meredith has the HOH in her pocket. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. And yeah, I feel like I played a part in this decision making. So whatever happens afterwards, I'm good because I feel like now it's an even more even competition. And let's see what happens next.
I definitely made some moves, but it's definitely like you guys put your trust in me. Couldn't have done it without apparently all of you, which feels really good to hear that it's a unanimous vote. That I think was the biggest surprise to me. But yeah, no, and now we're here, which is the part I hadn't thought through as much. It was about getting here, and now I have decisions to make. And
Listen.
yeah, and I don't know. So for me, the people I have spent the least time with are Abby and Maddie and Tiffany. And, you know, I picked 2 of them out of the 3, but then I have a third to rewind. There might still be a rewind play that we don't know about, the second blue one. We do not know the destination and where that might have ended up if it was ever found.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider, that it could end up with a double renomination if it comes to that. But I mean, no one has said a word about it, no matter how much we've tried to trust each other. So at least it hasn't gotten back to me. So there's always that to consider. But as far as I'm concerned, like those 3 are where my head is at. Like, I feel like, yeah, we have built trust over time, but we have always, like, I felt like we started well.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like I could approach you and that I would get a straight answer because you told me from the beginning that, like, we're similar players.
Yeah.
Just very honest.
At the very least, like, I respect the game that you've been playing. Like I said, even when we were in the room with all the girls, I was like, don't backdoor her. Give her opportunity to, like, save herself if necessary. And everything you've told me, I appreciate because it's kind of put my game into perspective as well.
Yeah.
And so I can see myself working with you. I don't want to make it about the feelings I can develop because I care about everyone here.
Yeah, no.
But working the way that you work, I like. So, like, no matter what happens, I respect it.
Yeah.
Just let me know what you want and we'll keep having conversation from there. And only advice I have is, like, play your game for you.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
And
I'm glad to have you as a part of it. I really and truly, like, do want you to stay as long as possible.
It's a bit slow burn, but I think we got each other's back.
No, for sure. I'm feeling very good with you.
If there's any information you need from me, even later.
Yeah. No, we'll check in.
Good.
Going forward, I think I've been definitely trying to pull back socially, not be as big of a threat, because from the beginning of the game, I think a lot of people saw themselves as someone they could align with me and someone who could be a threat socially. But now with everything switching around a little bit, I'm trying to find better opportunities. With Meredith being HOH, I think we definitely have, like, built a good rapport with one another to work together. I don't know how long it can go, but at least for a moment, yeah. But here's also the sad part, is that as the numbers keep dwindling down, I'm gonna have to make some hard lines that I'm not ready to make. I'm stressed. I don't know what to do. But I think I'm getting closer to knowing who I can trust. We'll see.
Oh my god, we did it!
I know. I was not expecting unanimous, but
Yeah, me neither.
It's feeling good. No, it feels really good that like we were truly all on the same page. But yeah, for me, it's like Maddie, Tiffany, and Abby that I have not worked with, and I've got 2 to nominate, 1 to renom.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I don't know. Do you have any like thoughts on that?
I think that now is the chance to even it out because this past weeks it's just been them in the top making the decisions. So either those 3, whoever you want to pick.
Yeah.
Because now it's gonna be more balanced and then it's gonna be more fair for everyone else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to have like power more on our side. Like, I don't know. I'm still like not completely sure of like where I stand and how safe I am going forward. If like.
I can tell you right now that me, Josh, and you are like, we got you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's really what I wanted to hear. And if like the 3 of us are wanting to go for that, I'm all in on that. And like you can trust me completely.
I know Josh is also trying to pull Rita, which you just talked to her.
Yeah, and she feels really good with me as well. But yeah, I think it's important to have like a 3 in mind. And so I feel very good with you guys. And I think like we pursue that to the end.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Finally some justice.
Yes.
This was so iconic.
Pretty much. I think I pretty much already know what I'm gonna hear. I feel like she's gonna put me up.
You think so? Oh,
Yeah, I put her up. I think she's gonna put me up.
I
think she might put me up. I think she's gonna put me up. She did mention before that, like, she came to me and was like, "Oh, Mackenzie told me like these 3 are working together," because it was the ones that like Mackenzie called out in her speech, and I was like, "Girl, I think she was just throwing loose like loose things
But
out."
you had the thing.
Yeah.
But I've had my uncle being like,
Yeah,
the kids,
and
but
she
that's
said
what made me nervous.
that you had the rewind and you don't have the rewind.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, no, she doesn't. Like,
Can I
So-
join y'all?
Yeah.
yeah.
We're just talking about how Mackenzie had tried to sabotage my game.
When Allie told me she wanted to go for HOH and she was okay with putting me up, I was like, okay, 2 things could happen. I figured she would either like make it through the week, we would take out Meredith, she would make it through the week, she would do a HOH, and then that's your spot. Like if you're HOH and you have to like, there's this few of us left.
Yeah.
It was gonna make it very clear that she can't be aligned and truly loyal to everyone. So I was like, well, if she's on the block and everybody decides, oh, Meredith's gonna go anyway, I was like, well, she'll still show where her loyalties are.
Yeah, I wanted to include you in on everything, but I feel like I couldn't because she was talking to you so much.
I still knew. Like,
You still knew?
I still knew because, like, I had talked to you early on in the round. I had talked to you, and it seemed like everyone kept bringing it up, and I was like,
But everyone's afraid to pull the trigger on it.
I felt like I was like in a good position of like being with y'all.
I only saw us in a
I
good
was
position
like,
for like a moment. Versus like taking the power out completely. Well, her power
No,
out.
yeah. No, that's 100. That's why I voted.
Well, and
and
like
before the veto ceremony, like I had died, like I hadn't talked to anyone, and then I just keep saying that, like you'll have to do an editorial thing, like if I reference that I died, it's just that I left for a little bit, like a mini medevac. When I got back, he was ready to do the veto ceremony, and I hadn't talked to anyone. And nobody got up, like I got up and came out here and nobody got up and came out except for Meredith, and I was like, they figured it out. I don't have a vote anyway. Pretty sure I do.
Right, and which is why I didn't tell you because it would just added more, you know?
Yeah.
And
I
my
was
thing
pretty-
is, when
I
I was in the
pretty
room
good.
with you and her, and she was like, Josh, I'm gonna be honest, I'm putting you up. I said, well, I already know
I
what's
knew
about
from
to happen,
that, I was
'cause-
like, oh sis, you shouldn't have said that.
No.
I don't know that anyone had been specifically targeting me. I think everyone was sort of willing to get me as one of their numbers for any vote that they needed to. And that's not necessarily having it out for me, but it's not being my friend either.
Sure.
And so I feel like Maddie, Abby, and yourself are people I don't have much of a relationship with. And I feel like the times I have talked to you guys, it was because it benefited you and had really nothing to do with valuing me as a player and as a potential ally.
Sure.
No one ever really offered me sustained friendship from that. It was always just convenient for you guys. And you guys are just the ones I don't have as much of a relationship with.
Sure.
So that's sort of where I'm at.
It's understandable. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like who you create relationships with in the beginning and as it's progressing.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, my thought process behind who I was. My point was to get her out.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to get her out of power. So I was befriending people who I knew could get her out of power because she had a lot of say in a lot of different ways. Like if I was in a room with her, even if when I was HOH and I was sitting in here, there was like 3 other girls, she was the one talking. And I was like, I don't like that.
I mean, even when you had been in the HOH room upstairs, she like jumped the line to talk to you ahead of me when I had been waiting to talk to you. Yeah. And like definitely was like making grabs and making a lot of attempts. And I was under the impression that you were like right there with her.
Oh no. No, because I saw it.
We're all working together right now for a common goal, and that's very different from like I have a relationship with all of you.
Yeah.
Because I know that I don't.
Right.
And just because you're voting with me right now, I know is a great thing.
Right.
And I'm glad to have earned everyone's trust enough to be given this power.
Sure.
But I know it was definitely the lesser of 2 evils in this situation. And so like
I mean, not wrong.
yeah, no, for sure. It was just like she was the threat and I am workable.
Right.
And so moving forward for me, it is about narrowing my field to the people that like I think will have my back.
Sure.
And we just don't have as much of that. And you're just like sort of on the side of things that I don't understand as well. So there's a strong chance you go up either as an original nom or a possible renom. But that's just,
I
you know.
understand that.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
Who you want me to send in?
Anyone.
Whoever's next.
Yeah. Not much to it. It's for me between Maddie, Tiffany, and Abby. They're just the people I don't have much of relationships with. And the people I feel like were with Allie hoarding power and were willing to turn against her. But that doesn't mean they're not going to try to claim it for themselves again.
Right.
So just further dwindling that group because I feel like everyone else I have more trust with.
100%.
With you and Josh and Oscar and Rita as well. That
Yeah.
like that's the group I'd rather move forward with.
100%.
Yeah. So I've got 2 nominations and a renom slot, so I'm pretty good to go.
Oh my gosh. Look at you move.
Yeah.
That's right. Come on, boss move.
It's a big change from
No, literally.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it's a
No.
complete turnaround. I feel like we've come a long way in the past 2 rounds.
100%.
That I went from like, oh, I'm putting you up because I don't know you.
Right.
And now it's like, no, we're on the same
Right.
page.
We're here.
And like, I am glad to have earned your trust. And like,
No.
it is not misplaced that like, you were in for no surprises this round. And I think we're good to keep going in this trajectory and like, we'll see what the next week brings as far as like HOH because
Right.
then it's a complete unknown.
Right.
But yeah, I'm really glad to be where we're at right now.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, let's keep it going.
I feel like now it's more balanced. Like now everyone has a shot. You know?
Right.
So I'm excited.
And you know, I'm Team Oscar.
I've heard. I've been talking to Josh. So I want to believe that
No.
the 3 of us are good.
No, 100%.
Okay. But yeah, I'm good with you. I'm good with Josh. I feel like we have a good alliance. And yeah, I'm just excited because now that Meredith is gonna go hopefully against the other girls, and they are the ones who were running this thing this whole time.
Yeah. And I think Allie was the leader.
Yes.
So good age.
So and now there's no rewind, no nothing. I think. So
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Alright. I just want to touch base with you because like
Yeah,
I guess I'm Team Oscar.
Okay, yeah, me too. Like I don't play shady. Like as of right now, I'm trying to just lay low because I have I think a lot of exposure at the beginning.
Yeah.
And now with this whole Meredith alliance with everyone against Ali,
Yeah.
I feel like now I just gonna be in the background. But I'm not pulling. Truly, I don't have any other plans as of right now. Like I'm cool.
What's going on?
I think it's gonna be one of the girls.
She didn't say my name? Oh, lit. Okay.
Abby, Allie, and
Allie's eliminated.
oh, they're not Allie.
Abby or Maddie?
Maddie. It's like the 3 girls basically. But
Wait,
you,
who's the other girl? Oh, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Okay, gotcha.
Which is a predicament obviously for like the numbers that we want to work.
The numbers
But
that we work.
at the end of the day, like again, I want to go with you. If we have the guys, and whether it's Meredith or Tiffany and them, like I'm gonna try my best to like
Yeah.
make sure we keep the majority of the numbers. So even if that's just like 2 and 1 or vice versa.
Yeah.
But like I know at least with this new alliance that we tried to form, it's the same dynamic, just different girls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I trust it. Like based off that vote, especially, like I trust it.
Yeah, me too.
So I think she's good with us for sure. Like she's had conversations with us, and I'm good with that. I feel solid for right now.
I feel solid. Because you never know. You never know. But I feel comfortable with you, obviously. I
Yeah.
feel comfortable with Devin. I feel comfortable with Oscar.
Yeah. I know those are not the names that she mentioned to me, and she's a straightforward player.
She is, and I
And so
really
I-
respect that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be 2 girls, and if one girl comes down, replace one other girl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So for me, the people I know the least so far are like you, Tiffany, and Abby. We just have not worked together as much.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially with like you, Tiffany, and Abby, were sort of stringing me along. And
I'm gonna tell you this
yeah,
right now. Whenever they approached me about getting Allie out, I was very hesitant because we had an alliance, but she was way too powerful for
yeah,
me to keep in. And I felt more secure in having you as HOH than her.
exactly. And I know that's exactly how the
And-
vote went, but that means very little
Also-
to me to be the lesser of 2 evils. You know, I appreciate your trust in me,
Yeah.
but being less of a threat than someone else does not mean that I have
No.
anything from you going forward. So, you know, like,
Trust me, like, I have made alliances with, like, Oscar, and I take me and Oscar's alliance very seriously. So, like, and I know that Oscar likes you. Oscar
yeah, no,
wants
he and I are
keep
very
you.
tight as well.
And I am willing to go with what Oscar is thinking.
Okay.
And I would like to work with you. When I was telling you that earlier, when we were talking about it, I was being 100% you are not on my radar.
Yeah. But like for me, the
Allie
difference
was
is
not.
like, yeah, no. For me, the difference is like, am I on your radar to leave, or do
No.
you want me to stay?
No, I want you to stay.
And that is just what I'm not sure about because we have had a lot less
Yeah.
conversations,
Yeah.
and those conversations were dominated more by Allie and Tiffany, who I think were telling me what I wanted to hear to get my vote and to get numbers. And to me, that is not a secure position to be in. So
No.
like, what I'm feeling right now is that you might be my renom spot. That if I have to put you up, I will. But you are, I think, the lowest on my list right now as far as the people I'm considering.
Okay.
So I don't want you up there, and I'm willing to give you that bit of trust. That if you're saying that like Oscar will vouch for you and I trust him, then like that's something I can work with. So we
I'm
can
telling
make
you
that
right
work.
now, the boys, I know that the boys want to keep you.
Yeah, they're
And I'm so willing to work with them.
okay.
I'm telling you this right now, like I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, then we're good.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How do you feel?
I mean, I understand. Like, I'm not angry with her. I get it. I have not made a relationship with her.
Wait, you and who?
Yeah.
I think Maddie is what she said.
Okay.
But she may change her mind. I don't know. But I'm not shocked. Like, makes sense. I don't really have a relationship with her. And I get it. Like, it's all about, like, who's gonna have her back. And I can't sit here and say I've had her back.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit there and try to lie to her.
At least you like understand, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And if you're on the block, you have an opportunity to play veto, get yourself off.
That's true.
Versus, I'd rather that than be replaced and not be able to get myself off.
Yeah, sure. Like, I understand it from Meredith's perspective because it's not, that's what this game is about.
Yeah.
And I
Making
didn't make
connections.
those connections with
Yeah.
Meredith because I didn't think to be fair, I didn't think she was gonna make it this far.
Yeah.
Because she was on the block so many times.
Yeah, and she's a couple.
So I just didn't assume that I didn't make that relationship with her, and that's on me. But,
It's okay. Game plan.
I feel like odds are is that you're gonna get taken off out of the lot.
I mean,
If
I
the
don't
right
know.
people are, you know, doing the game.
Yeah. I mean, I've got allies with you guys and, Abrielle.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, not about you guys, but even if you guys put it against me, I'd understand it. I'm not like angry about it.
No, I wouldn't. No,
You know?
no, I don't think I would do that. No, like
Yeah.
I think like I'm happy
Having
with
is
the
already
people
chill.
that I have.
And that's just the thing. Like I would have, and that's why it makes sense. Like if I was the HOH, Meredith would be on the block too. Like I get it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
it's
get
like-
it. And so
yeah.
I'm not upset with her because I understand. We don't have that relationship
Mm-hmm.
for her to be like, no, I'm not gonna put her on the block. I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
It takes a true player to say that.
And it's just the game, you know, like it's the truth of
That's
the
also
game.
why I like working with you guys. Like everyone's been like putting in like real life terms. Like it's a game.
Yeah, it's a
And
game.
that's
So
what
I
I
go
do.
up.
That's from the beginning.
Yep. Literally.
How funny that works.
Oscar!
Are you still waiting?
Yeah, I'm already chatting.
You gotta vouch for me.
Oh, of course.
She was thought about putting me up as a lead model, but she has to.
Who is?
I think she's going for Abby.
I think it is.
What's the vibe on that?
I think that's the smartest choice because they were the ones
Like
who
in
were...
terms of vote, like what's the vibe on that?
Oh, well. I'll go for whatever you guys go. Like, I don't have a specific target, so whatever the majority goes for, I'll go.
I think you're gonna go up for me.
Okay.
Just because.
I get it. I get it.
No, you know why. And for me, it's just about staying loyal to the people I feel most comfortable with. We don't have as much of a relationship. We sort of talked about this
Right.
before.
It's
And Maddie just made a very good case for herself. I was sort of tied between like her, Tiffany, and you. And Tiffany didn't have a lot to say, but Maddie gave me a case for why I should give her a little bit more leeway. And I'm willing, so if you have anything to say in that regard, I'm definitely willing to listen to that. But for now, that's where my head's at.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, yeah, I'll make my case. I know we have not worked together, and I put you up. You'll probably put me up, but I think at that point, if I stay, if I get put up, if I stay, that makes us a very unlikely pair to work together.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think that could be a
We could
nice
work with that.
asset.
Sure,
We
yeah.
could work with that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even from the beginning, and like I tried to say this every time that I talked with you, there's no dislike on a game level.
Yeah.
There's no dislike on a personal level. Like, never been gunning for you.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like out of options.
Completely agree.
And
That's where I'm at right
like
now.
with
And
this
if you
many
get the
people
veto,
left.
God bless. Like
Yeah.
I have no thoughts on what happens here besides like just the three of you are the ones I don't have that trust with.
Yeah. And
It feels good to have my first real position of power in the game so far. I feel like last round was really strong for me and was definitely going to be make or break. That either we start to separate these people who are currently hoarding power and running the game and start making moves for myself, or just fall subject and fall victim to whatever they have planned. And so getting everybody up and saying like, we got to do this, we got to get together, and just sort of motivating that is what it felt like to me. I'm not sure how other people were perceiving it, but I feel like I initiated most of those conversations of like, hey, these are the people threatening us, let's make moves. And that completely worked out in my favor. And that people, not minding putting me up and finding me to be like a sort of easy target, sort of easygoing thing, has led me to be in a position of authority right now, and to choose another direction for the game to go in. And I hope I can maintain this going forward. I hope that I can get some momentum here. But it is, as always, precarious and completely dependent on next week's HOH. But I'm feeling good about my gameplay. I am being as honest and straightforward as I always prioritize being, and I think still making the moves that are best for me.
Hello, Top 8. It is time for another nomination ceremony. Meredith, you are the skip HOH and get to name 2 players for eviction. Who are those 2 players?
Those 2 players are going to be, I can't find them, Tiffany and Abby.
Tiffany and Abby.
My booty's on the block. Got a block ass.
All right, we got the shot. All right, I will put 2 minutes on the clock for you to try to answer all those questions, starting with one letter that I roll randomly. You get a bonus point if you use alliteration. So if, for example, one was like a Christmas character and you did Tiny Tim, you get 2 points for that.
Gotcha. You said alliteration, that turned hard.
No, everybody turned. That was so funny.
And I think that's the main rule. If you put the same thing as someone else, neither of you get a point. Okay? So try to be unique. Alright, any questions? 2 minutes on the clock.
And list 3.
List 3, yes.
And do one.
Does everyone have,
thing.
yes. Does everyone have access to a list so they can completely read each other?
Yes.
Alright, 2 minutes on the clock. Your letter is H. Go. Categories is largely just writing down words, so I'll jump right to everybody's answers. Question 1. Articles of clothing. Meredith.
Halter top.
Nice.
Smart.
Empty.
Hat. Empty. Hand-me-downs.
Alright, the hats are canceled out. I will take hand-me-downs. Does anyone take a ship? And I will take halter top. Okay, so point for Meredith and point for Tiffany. Number 2, desserts.
Blank.
Hot chocolate.
Oh, horchata.
Yeah.
Oh,
Blank.
blank.
Like,
All right. Point for Rita, point for Oscar. Next one. Car parts.
Hubcap.
Nothing.
Horn. Blank. Blank.
horn.
Horn. That's a block. Who got that? Meredith? Things found on a map.
Hills.
Hills.
Honduras. Hills. Haiti.
Blank.
All right. Honduras and Haiti. Point for Rita and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Athletes.
Hill, as in Taysom Hill of the New Orleans Saints.
Sure.
Hawk, as in Tony Hawk.
Sure.
Henry. I'm sure he exists. It had to be a first name. First name. I'm sure there's a great athlete out there named
I'm
Henry.
sure there is. I feel the need to block that though, unfortunately. No,
You can block mine. Mine.
unfortunately.
It's literally just the letter H. I didn't.
Wait.
Like,
All right, point for Oscar, point for Meredith. 4-letter words.
Ho, like of a ship.
Hemi, H-E-M-I.
Here, H-E-R-E.
Hair. Hand.
hang.
Points across the board.
Hemi.
Number 7. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm embarrassed.
Items in a refrigerator.
Hot sauce.
Nothing.
Hennessy. Horseradish. Hellman's mayonnaise.
Empty.
All right, points to you 4.
So that was
Meredith, Rita, Abby, and Tiffany. Farm animals.
Hog.
Hello, hog.
Hornets.
Hornets.
Hair, like a rabbit, but spelled different.
horses. Blank.
Horse.
Horses you cancel out. Let's discuss hornets.
Hornets doesn't.
There's hornets out here
A
right
hornet
now.
farm? A hornet farm?
It's just. No, you can't spell it. It's pretty funny. That's good.
Well, I already
Hey, I will
marked it as
accept
a
hair.
hornet. Hair, I think is fair.
And hog, I will accept hog.
Well, that was my
It's okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna have to veto hornet.
I don't know how I didn't even pick the horse. I wasn't even trying to.
I was literally like, what animals are
I only
H?
thought of hog.
Street names.
My brain was not, I was scared.
Hey, Josh.
Street names, Meredith?
Blank.
Howard Lane in Austin. Check it out.
Honor Road in DC.
Sure.
Hemingway? I bet there's a street.
There is a
name.
Key West.
Actually, definitely.
Key West, Hanover.
But
Alright, I'll give it to you.
It's a street name. There's so many street
I
names.
was sort of happy. I was like, there's a happy lane.
There's
somewhere. I just ran out of time.
Alright.
all but Meredith.
Correct. Things at the beach.
Hair clips.
nothing.
A hairy man. I said I was gonna be embarrassed, I stand by it.
Hey, I'll live.
That's hilarious.
Abby?
A hanger fish.
Hang your face.
A house.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Beach house.
All of y'all, all of
take
y'all.
it.
was gonna put
Good for all y'all.
Hourglass.
Point for Harry Ann.
Abby, you didn't have anything correct.
No, but he wouldn't have been. I wanted to put hourglass deconstructed, but he wouldn't have taken it.
I would not. I would not.
Wait, that's
Hourglass
funny.
figure.
Hello.
Hourglass figure.
Oh.
Colors.
Blank.
Blank.
Nothing. Nada.
Nothing.
You wouldn't have. I love my color. That's not a
What was the thought?
herringbone. That was a color code when I worked at Vans.
I would have Googled it. Tools.
Hammerhead screwdriver.
Helmet.
Hammer. Hatchet. Hammer.
Blank.
Sorry, you're also good.
Okay.
Is helmet a tool?
Yeah, because they have lights.
Not a tool.
I will go ahead
Wait,
and
that's
accept
true.
it. Do we take issue with hammerhead versus hammer?
They should be canceled, I think.
It
It's a
specifically
screwdriver.
I think
It's not a hammer.
it's yeah, I'll accept it.
So,
I'll
put
accept
it
it.
in there.
Yeah, I'll probably
It
read
is a
it.
touch screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Abby, you had it as well?
Hatchet.
Hatchet, yes.
Yeah, hatchet is absolutely acceptable.
Absolutely.
So that means the winner with 8 is Meredith.
Congratulations, Meredith.
Words! Yes!
All right, everyone. I'm going to give you 12 to 15 minutes to prepare for veto and eviction. Okay. Are we comfortable with that?
Yes.
Congratulations, Meredith, the Queen of Words, of course, well deserved. Now let's just hope she keeps it the same as she originally picked the 2 nominations, and let's just keep moving. Yeah, no, I think she's gonna keep it the same since she was the one who put them in the first place.
She told Abby that she felt like I made a good case for myself, so.
No, I totally told her, like, whenever it was time to pull both,
Yeah.
like, you were in from, like, the beginning, so you should be good.
Yeah, I don't see what could change between that.
Yeah, but like, where do we go from here? Because once one of them's out.
So I'm guessing the next week, whoever survived this week is gonna be for an elimination, hopefully. That's only if she doesn't win HOH.
Who?
Like one of the 2 that are in the elimination. Right.
I don't. If it's between the 2 of them, I don't know who I'm gonna vote for.
Is anyone in there with Meredith? Let me see what she can. Because now that this is it.
Yeah, this is go time.
I'm gonna take myself off. Word. It is where it's been all day.
Okay, so who would she put up?
I don't know.
Tiffany, can you move like this much this way? Just move like, yeah.
I don't know because
I'm
I
gonna chat with her.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know how y'all are with her.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So I definitely.
I'm gonna go chat with her. I'll be back.
That's your heads up.
Thank you.
Again, your game, but if I were you,
I'm really about to waltz in there and
Talk to her.
just like put it.
just talk to her. Yeah.
I was just gonna go openly put it in the box. Like,
I didn't even. I don't even think I knew you had that. But congratulations.
wait, why am I not writing my own name? I was
Oh, no, I was like-
rewind. To write Rita, rewind. I don't know where I was going. Surprised I didn't write something with an H.
Well, I guess the next step is 1, congratulations, and then 2, talk to her and see where her head's at. We go from there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who she would put up. Do you feel like she would put you up?
I don't know, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it might be Maddie.
I think it might be Maddie too.
Because she told me before, I was like, I assume I'm going up. And she was like, Maddie gave a really good argument for herself, so.
I think it's between me and Maddie for sure.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's Maddie. And for my game, it works better that way because then I can save. Well, obviously you're saving yourself and then we can save.
So, do you know where the boys are at?
I don't. We haven't gotten that far into it. But I think that they're willing to keep Tiff safe as well because we all voted and that.
Right, yeah. And,
But I'm not positive. I want to talk and like.
I definitely think that one of us needs to come down.
Yeah, when you both went up, I was like, fuck. And that's what I was trying to win.
I think, honestly, even if it was Tiffany and Maddie, like I probably would have taken one of them down.
Yeah.
I would use that girl.
Been sitting on this for a long time,
Girl,
trying to tell nobody about
You know the last person who didn't use it. Gotta wait this is going.
That's true. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna use it.
Yo,
And with that
especially-
veto down.
Especially
I
knowing that
was
it's
stupid.
finalized.
I was. We were last.
Girl, got 2 points.
I mean, what are your thoughts from here on out? Like, I'm getting worried,
About what?
just in general, like,
I-
starting to stress me out, you know?
I wouldn't tell you to use it if I didn't think you needed it.
And I didn't think I need it.
I am not sure, and I am not certain.
Okay.
But what I do know is like the last time like I was unsure and uncertain, the last person who didn't use it needed it.
Need it.
And so that's what I will trust my gut and say.
Okay. I mean, before coming in here, had you heard anything about which way it was going to go?
No.
Because if anyone was going to vote for me,
Yeah.
I'd like to know,
Right.
just to like keep it in the back, even if they don't end up doing it. Like, that's okay if they were just like, no. But they
Yeah.
were.
I haven't heard anyone say like your name in all those different pieces. Like I
Okay.
haven't heard that, but I also haven't heard like anyone say like Timmy's name.
Right.
Like I haven't, and so like knowing like that there's not a clear direction,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it would come down to like speeches and all those different points.
Yeah.
I think for this particular moment, I would use that and be like,
I
you know,
can't risk
right,
that. Like,
right,
even if everyone in one room was like,
Mhm.
girl, you're fine.
Right.
I would still be like, I love y'all, I trust y'all, but I'm
Right.
still gonna use this.
right now.
Trust that girl.
No, I'm
Especially after the,
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. If I was in that situation, I would do the same exact thing.
And it's not because like I don't think that I would stay. Like
Mhm.
neither of us can be 100% sure. But if I have,
I wanna believe that right now you and me are strong. I also know that me and Josh are strong.
I feel good about Josh. I haven't talked to him as much, but when we did, I think we had a mutual understanding of, we had like almost like an unspoken, like.
So if for whatever happens, whoever gets HOH next week and they pick any of us, I know that we can pull numbers. So at least that's what I hope.
Is there anybody besides Wonder up the block that you are weary about?
Not really. I feel like anyone else has a fair chance to win at this point.
Yeah.
So whoever gets nominated,
Yeah.
let's just go. But like I don't have a target. I think I've never had a target throughout this whole competition other than
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody that was like gunning for.
yeah. So it's just
Someone's gonna use their veto, it's not me.
Okay.
Who use their veto? Who would you put up after that?
Maddie.
Okay. So, okay.
Who, like, again, I like plenty, have no problems with, would try to work with if she stays in. But like, for me, it is just like going from like the bottom up of people I have relationships with.
Right.
That's just like in the ranking where she falls.
Sure.
I feel better with the other remaining people. So
Sure.
like, that's just where I'm at in the game I'm playing.
Yeah, understandable.
Me too. And I just want to say thank you for not putting me in for elimination because I didn't get a chance to talk to you.
No,
And I was just like, I hope that she knows where.
No, we just ran out of time, and I was like, well, you weren't like right outside the door, and so I went, we'll just go because I don't need to talk to you because I felt like we were on the same page so much, and I hope I didn't make you worry too much. But
No, you're
no,
good.
like-
I was like, I just hope that she remembers that I just got the girl out.
Yeah, no, we have just talked so much that I felt like it would just be redundant, and you know, we just wanted to keep things moving. So yeah, that was not at all. You were never in any danger.
Wait, so do you and Desh have a good relationship?
A decent one, yeah.
Even though he put you up on the
Yeah, it's just the same as with Abby. Like it's literally just I didn't have a relationship with either of them, but he and I have been working on that a lot the past two
I
rounds.
gotcha.
I think it brought us a lot closer that he put me up, and I was like, no problem. Like I completely understand, and the fact that like I felt safe the whole time because we knew that Lucas was the one going out the whole time, and he and I just talking about it realized how on the same page we are, and just it was one of our. Maybe our first one-on-one conversation, honestly, was him telling me I was on the phone. And just,
And he did tell you straight up.
yeah, and I have so much respect for players. That was the next thing I was going to say. Like, I just have so much respect for players who are upfront about that kind of thing. And he knew that about me. And so just like getting that respect means I give it back. And so we have been able to establish a much better relationship since then. And so, yeah, like I was never going to hold that against him because you got to choose somebody. That was the double round of all things, you know?
The freaking worst.
And it was never about me. It was just like we hadn't talked. And so now we have.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling a lot better with him. I just haven't talked to Maddie nearly as much. And like, I don't think one-on-one ever until she came to the HOH room to talk to me.
That's understandable.
Is it okay? Sure. Congratulations. Thank you.
Anything with words, the girl's gonna
Yeah,
win
once
the
again,
award.
proving I know
Freaking
words.
literally get
Yeah.
her what
No,
PhD
right?
in it. Yeah. I would hope she wins all of that.
Do you know if you want to use the veto or have you not decided?
I don't think I have a reason to. It was the nominations I put up in the first place.
Yeah.
And I don't think anything has changed since we played categories that would change my mind. It still stands exactly where it stands, that like, I know who I have better relationships and worse, like, and none of them are even bad. It's just where the chips fall right now, and I'm not looking to see anybody go. And you know, whoever stays, I'm happy to to work with in the future if I get that opportunity.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward for me right now. And not having to vote is even easier. Like, I wouldn't even know how to vote in this situation.
Sure.
Because it is so, like, up in the air for me right now.
Yeah.
What I don't want to do is be fake. Like, I don't want to go up to Meredith and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kiss your ass so that you'll try to save me. I hate that. Like, I don't want to kiss her ass. I just want to have a relationship with her. So be it. Like, so it like makes the game hard for me because I'm like, I'm not gonna go try to kiss her ass. I'm not gonna try to kiss everybody else's ass. You know.
Yeah.
She said that she's gonna put Maddie up
Against you, so you need to start talking.
and seeing what people are gonna vote.
Yeah, because we only have a certain amount of time, because it better be elimination time.
Yeah. So I think I would have Abrielle's.
Wait, what?
I think I'd have Abrielle's vote.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'd have her vote. What are you guys
Wait,
going?
so she's pulling Abrielle and putting Maddie.
Oh yeah, so Abrielle's gonna use her veto. She's got a blue veto.
She has the blue thing.
Who has a blue thing?
Abby.
Abrielle.
Oh, she has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's gonna get herself out, and then
She's gonna put
And
Maddie.
then she'll put Maddie up.
yeah, and she's gonna put Maddie up.
Okay.
I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to vote Maddie. I
Yeah.
don't want to have to vote her, but like, you know, like you said, like it's this point in the game where like people have got to start going. Yeah, it sucks, but
Yeah, and I feel like you and I have had that relationship from the get-go, and I was pretty straightforward when I told you I'm putting you on the block because I had like it made the most sense. I didn't want anybody voting for you. I told everybody to vote against you, that kind of thing. So
I appreciate it. So
I'm just. Oh, I'm sorry. You sure?
I'm good.
I'm nervous about what's gonna happen after
well,
this
that's
round.
my thought process. Like, are people still gonna want Meredith to keep playing, or is she like screwing everybody to where now she's playing? Because if she gets HOH again, who's going back up? My ass.
Miss Thing got the power. You were anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, what placement does she have in people's totem pole, essentially?
Yeah, I don't know where I fall on her totem pole because she was like, she's
I don't
just
think
putting the
anybody
people.
really knows.
No, because she said she's putting the people that like she doesn't really like have their best relationship with in the bottom, which I understand completely. But I just don't know. Am I third at the bottom? Like, you know, is it you and then Maddie and then me?
Right. That's the thing is like because I think her relationships hadn't been formed until like a round ago.
Yeah.
Because everybody started kissing ass because they saw what was happening. That it's like then they started. So I'm not an ass kisser. I'm just not. I'm like I've made relationships with people because those were natural relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna like even though it's part of the game to kiss people's asses. I'm not gonna kiss people's asses. Like I'm gonna vote what I feel is best for the strategy of the game and you know that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
she's gonna put Maddie up.
I believe so.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Keep you. Get Maddie out. This is who I've been working with since
Yeah.
literally week 1, week 2.
Yeah.
And I've said it from the beginning, and I've been trying to like make sure, and I'm getting only more secure in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep you.
Yeah.
I trust these. I trust these numbers. I trust these people.
I mean, we said top 6.
I was literally looking for you guys to give y'all the information. I was like, hey, I think Maddie's gonna go up. I'm not positive that she can change her mind.
Yeah, of
In
course.
essence, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
That's what she said. She said the next person. She just said it without hesitation when I asked her.
Yeah.
She's like, that's who I don't have a relationship with.
Yeah, which is cool. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I respect, you know. But I just want to make sure my relationships are like chill. Just tell me if you're not gonna vote for me. I'll be okay with that. I just don't want to happen.
But I told you from the beginning.
I'm like, shit, just tell me.
I don't want that to happen to me. I had to do it to her because she was gonna put me up for elimination, so I was not about to
I think
have
she
that
was
happen.
the one person that kind of pulled at like the lines that
Yeah.
like, people were going back and forth.
Yeah.
She did that to herself.
She did.
Yeah. But I'm like, to be honest with you, if you're gonna vote me out, just tell me. I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'm not an ass kisser.
Well, this is 3 votes against Maddie. So.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Maddie. I love you. I really do.
I do
really
too, Maddie.
Sincerely don't want to do it.
Don't.
Last time I chatted with Abby, she had everyone,
Yes.
and she is thinking about using it, and so I think like it would be
It would be me and Maddie.
yeah. And I think of the two, I think you would be the person to stay, at least in my eyes.
Okay. I was like, I just want to make sure
No, no,
we're
no, no.
good because I was
No,
like,
no.
I feel like we've been talking like
No,
from the get-go.
no, really.
And I was just telling this to Meredith. I was like, Meredith, I was like, Meredith, I'm not going to sit here and try to ass kiss. Like,
Right.
I know I didn't have a natural relationship with you,
Right.
you know, and so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, please keep me. But I know that I can go to my relationships with the people that I have, and you know, and I told people, I'm like, I just like, want to be told if I'm not going to be, you know, if you're going to vote for me, that's okay. I'm not an ass kisser, and I don't get pissed about things. So I'm like, just tell me, you know, what your thought process is, and so.
And so based on the information that like You have a lot to say.
I have the blue rewind.
Oh, great.
I'm playing it for me.
Yeah.
But I'm giving you a heads up.
Yeah,
Like,
and Maddie knows that she is the replacement.
Offering
Yeah.
information.
Sure, yeah.
Good stuff.
Where the
To
hell was
see, like, it was just in a tree. It was just like here in a tree. I walked out and like 5 or 6 people were walking back and they were like, we've looked everywhere. Like everybody was like, we've looked everywhere. And I literally
Oscar
saw a
property.
little like a little corner of a Ziploc, and it was just in the tree.
Okay, that's fine.
And I very much kept it
You've done very well to do that.
because
It's a good play.
like I knew Allie knew because she had the other one, and I figured like we didn't want to negate
Yeah,
each
you have
other.
to
Like it was good
negate that, sure.
to plan around it, but I tried to keep it very low key to come in handy at this point because
Completely.
especially at this point in the game, it's hard to really trust where everyone's gonna go.
Yeah. No, you're so right. And like,
But
I
I still
understand why
wanted
you
to
didn't
let
even
you
tell me
know.
earlier because you could have won the veto and still kept it to yourself.
Right. So I
I
had
did
to
that
like
too.
cover all my bases, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to pull the rug out from under you.
Sure.
Like,
No, I very much
I
appreciate that. And
respect our communication that we've had about game, even if we've been like,
a
put
bit
you up, you
distant,
put,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wanted to offer that as like
And
my
this is
olive
like the
branch.
funny thing is that like when we're putting each other up and the same thing happened with me and Dash, I'm like, we're bonded now. Like,
Mhm.
I feel even better about our relationship
Yeah.
after we have done this. I was like, that's the opposite of it. I think what is supposed to happen traditionally
Right.
is usually there's animosity after, but like this game has just been so like, you know what? That makes sense for your game.
It can twist around so fast,
and it can just
I
make
love
us
it.
friends
I love
for
it.
it. No, and that's I completely understand. Love the honesty, and like Maddie knows that she was going to be my replacement nom. So even if I don't get to tell her, then like she will know as soon as you reveal it or
Yeah.
Taylor reveals it.
So, with that being said, if there is a certain way you want it to go, I can put feelers out, see if it'll go.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer for Tiffany to go, but it's
Mhm.
not a very strong feeling.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt with like Derek Lucas.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't really connected to either of them.
Honestly,
so.
I felt the same way in that situation. That to me, Derek was a bit too chaotic, and I don't like
Mhm.
having those kind of unknown variables. And for me, that was really the only tipping point. Genuinely, like, I was
Right.
not working with Lucas. It's a toss-up for me. That,
Yeah.
like, I think I'm a little more afraid of Tiffany as a strategist than as a player, but I respect both of their gameplay. And I think
they're
either of
both
them could do just as well as the other in the game going forward.
Just to reiterate, are we sure on keeping Tiffany? Because I wasn't aware that we were gonna pick her over Maddie.
I think so. Well, at least for me, like I said from the beginning, she's been working with the 6 that I'm thinking of, but I'm open to, if you see it a different way, show me another perspective, you know?
I just wasn't aware, so I was telling them that Tiffany, who's pulling herself on?
Abby.
Abby has the rewind, and she's gonna pull herself out of the nomination. And they say Meredith saying that she might pick you.
Yeah.
So this is what I just.
I talked to her, and at the time she didn't know if anybody was. So I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know she had the rewind.
I didn't know until a few minutes ago.
I'm gonna go talk to Meredith.
I will.
I'm gonna go talk to Meredith.
I told you were going to be my replacement nom,
Yeah.
and Abby told me she has the blue rewind, and so she's going to remove herself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Again, it's really nothing personal. I would rather see Tiffany go than you.
Mhm.
And I think we can make that happen votes-wise.
Yeah. I would like it to happen because at this point I feel more secure with one side of the house than I do the other.
Yeah. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, and we've talked about the how and the why, that like we just haven't gotten to make as much of a
Yes.
connection. So like I'm feeling better the more we get to talk. This is just the
Yes.
first time we've had one-on-ones.
Yes. And it's just unfortunate that it was.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the same thing happened with Dash, and it's happening with Abby. That like we're getting to be in
Mhm.
one-on-ones because of these tense situations of like, oh, we're nominating each other and all this stuff. But it is improving the relationship going forward.
Yeah.
So if you stay, I feel like it just benefits
I'm just
us.
well, like I just want to be like, if I stay, like, you were not on my radar.
Good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Like I would like to work with you.
Yeah. And like you really shouldn't be on mine. We're just at a limited number of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I honestly do hope that you stay and that we can keep working on that. But yeah, that's I think that's all there is to it, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. But yeah, we'll see how the numbers go.
Because I do trust Maddie.
I don't distrust Maddie.
No,
It's
I
just
trust her
that
so much, and that's the thing.
like from the moment we all started with this 6, it's been, and again,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not,
break it. Like I can't.
I don't think we need to yet because it's not that I don't trust Maddie. It's just that like I already had trust established when like Tiffany told me she's gonna do something, and she told Josh she was gonna do something. She's done it. Maddie, every conversation I have with her, she's come along with it, but I can see she's been kind of like hesitant about it.
Yeah, where when Tiffany came up to me and I told her, I was like, listen, Allie's like coming for us too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not cool with that, I'm voting her out. And then she was like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, vote her out, like what else? Like, so, and she was just down with it. So that was really cool.
So that was the thing for me. It's like, it's not that Maddie hasn't been trusted to that. She's been like very much so pulled in that line that I've been talking about.
Okay.
Tiffany's been down since the first one.
It's only because I've had more with Maddie, and now I know that she's gonna be the one eliminated. I just wanna put it out that I even shook hands with her that it was gonna be like, I'll go before she goes.
My timer went off.
Okay. So if there's if there's a vote that's gonna be.
I have blue rewind. I'm using it.
Yeah, we know.
I tried to keep it very low key.
Wait, which one was
You didn't. No one knew where it was.
It was the hill. You two were out there when I found it. I
We were out there.
put my arm up in a tree and went wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Really? What? And we didn't even see it. We looked.
I was
What?
like, damn.
Oh my god, well, stop.
And like you kept your mouth quiet on it too.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get a vibe as to where you guys are.
Yeah.
Because personally, Maddie's hard to read for me. Tiffany's very
That's what
That's
we
what
were
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
So I've been rolling with Tiffany since Vet 1.
Okay.
I want to keep Tiffany, and I don't want to go to Maddie, but she's definitely
Exactly.
been more of like
Flip-flop.
flip-flops.
Yeah.
Because she was very cool. I thought her and Allie were really close.
Me too. She was just rolling with the waves. Me too.
So I know the
That's what
majority.
we're
I know the
thinking.
majority is
And we
gonna
know
vote
that
for
you were
her,
close to her, but-
and I was close to her with Maddie, and I even told her that I was gonna go before her. So I might just vote.
Okay.
Just because I promised.
Yeah, no, she told me. Yeah.
She told you you're going.
Okay, we gotta go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hello everyone, it is time for the veto and eviction ceremony. Abrielle and Tiffany, you are on the block. Meredith, you won the power of veto. Huh. What do you plan to do with it?
I will not do anything with it.
Alright, the power of veto has not been used. Let's check the box.
Let's check the box.
Ooh. Ah.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
There's
Mine.
my point. It's Abby.
Zoom.
Abby, you're on the safety block.
Drama.
There is a vacancy in a tree block. Meredith, you must name a replacement nominee. Who is that nom?
That will be Maddie.
Maddie, you have been nominated for eviction. Please have a seat.
Welcome to the green block.
Tiffany and Maddie, you are this week's final nominees. At the end of the ceremony, one of you will be leaving the Big Brother house. But before your fellow house guests vote to evict, you each have one more chance to plead your case about why you should stay in the game. Maddie, you're first.
I think that I have played extremely honest. I have been very forthcoming on who I was working with. And the last round, I was very much willing to put all my faith in everybody and to go with what was best for everybody's game. And I think that keeping me, you have an alliance in me. If I've told you I'm gonna be with you, I'm with you. That's all I can say, really. Please keep me.
Alright, thank you. Tiffany, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, Meredith, I totally understand why you put me on the block. I get it. If I was in your shoes, I'd probably put me on the block too. Our relationship really wasn't formed. So I respect it as like another game person. So I understand that. But I feel like I've played a very honest game too, although if you check the footage, it probably isn't that honest. Just kidding. Just kidding, it's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke. Diary, the confessional, I said, bless me, Father, for I've sinned multiple times. It's a joke. No, but I feel like I have made alliances with people I've made alliances with from the get-go, and have stayed true to that, and have worked with the people that I've worked with because I felt like those people were going to move in the game, which they have. And yeah, I mean, I just desire to stay with you guys. I think it's a fun game, and it's fun to like watch everybody interact with one another and to come up with the decisions that we come up with. So I'd love to stick with you guys. If not, totally understand as well. But vote me in, baby.
I promised Maddie that I was gonna keep her until the end, and now she's being nominated. So I'm just gonna stick to my promise. I'm a man of my word, so I vote to evict the other one. Tiffany.
How do you vote to evict?
I didn't want to do this. I never wanted to do this. I love you, but I am sending home Maddie.
I vote to evict Maddie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will choose to evict Maddie.
Maybe I'll go get the wig from my car.
What? I think I really have a wig in the back of my car.
Oh my god, you should.
Anyway,
I wish you wouldn't have said that and we just had a clip of you yelling, I'll go get the wig in my car.
Or I wish you just showed up to a challenge such Hello, Abby.
hello.
How do you vote to evict?
I vote to evict Maddie.
Thank you. Once I announce the result of the vote, the evicted houseguest must say her goodbyes, pack up her belongings, metaphorically. Invite everyone to walk out that door. By a vote of 4-1. Maddie, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Thank you for playing.
Love you.
What's she saying?
Both of Meredith's biggest targets escaped elimination. With the power back up for grabs, the game can go in any direction. Find out who gets nominated next time on Luke's Big Brother 19.